Hello students, welcome to the lecture of management. Today we have got a very interested and important topic by the name of leadership. So there are many more definitions of leaderships and leader. However, we will be going by our own style. First, we are going towards the definition of the leadership. Leadership is the process of influencing others to achieve organizational goals or group goals or political goals or religious goals. Goals may be different because leader is not only specified to an organization. Leaders are everywhere. Leader may be a political leader, leader may be a religious leader, leader may be a social leader, leader may be an educational leader. So there are many types of leaders, but however, leadership is done by the leader by itself. Obviously, leader is involved in leadership. So leadership is the process in which the leader is influencing the people, in which the leader is encouraging the people, motivating the people and influencing the people to achieve their specified goals. To achieve their specified goals or concerned goals, maybe organizational goals, maybe social goals, maybe political goals, religious goals, some other goals. But however, in this process, the leader is influencing the other to reach to their own goals. This process is called leadership, and the person who is involved in influencing the others to achieve their goals in the concerned area, that person is called leader. Now, this leadership topic is very vast topic. It cannot be covered even in 4 or 5 classes. But I will be trying my best to cover it in 2-3 classes. So this is not the first and last topic lecture regarding leadership, but instead we will take some more classes regarding leadership. There are many more theories regarding leadership styles, etc. So, but today is our introductory class regarding leadership. So be with me and focus here. Normally, people are using the word traits, leadership traits or leader traits. Some people say that it is the traits means characteristics, but there is a little bit difference between traits and characteristics. So what is meaning of traits? We can say characteristics, but not general characteristics, specific characteristics. So what is meant by traits? Relatively stable characteristics. Traits are the characteristics, but they are stable characteristics. Normally, other characteristics are not stable characteristics. Those other characteristics are changing, volatile, changing day by day. But traits are those traits which are stable characteristics, not changeable characteristics, static characteristics. So, relatively stable characteristics such as abilities, psychological motives, and consistent pattern of behavior. These are the characteristics of the leaders. That's why they are called traits. So traits are consistent patterns of behavior. It's not like that one day his behavior is different and another day he is behaving differently. No, he is very true to his words. His pattern of behavior is not changing. That pattern of behavior, style of behavior or set of behavior is same. Their abilities are same. It's not like that today he is very capable and tomorrow he is not capable at all. No, his abilities are not changing. His abilities are constant, not changeable. And psychological motives, mental goals remains the same. For that he is working throughout his life. So these consistent characteristics which are not changing, or these behaviors which are not changing, we are calling them traits. That's why we are not calling leadership characteristics, we are saying leadership traits. Obviously, traits are also characteristics, but they are not all characteristics, but instead they are specific set of characteristics which are constants, which are not changing. They are called traits. So we can say that all traits are characteristics, but all characteristics are not traits, because in all characteristics, some of the characteristics may be changing from day to day, from year to year, from with the season, with the passage of time, but these traits or characteristics, obviously they are characteristics, but very consistent in a specific set of characteristics which are not changeable. That's why we are using leadership traits, leader traits, खुसूसियात एक रहबर या खुसूसियात रहबरी. So we are using traits over here. Traits are constant and they are not changing. Now regarding these traits, we have also got a theory. That is called trait theory. Trait theory, it means that this theory is saying something about the characteristics of leader. That's why it is called trait theory. Trait theory, a theory which describes the specific set of characteristics of a leader. This theory is called trait theory. Now what trait theory says in reality, this theory holds means says. This theory holds that leaders possess similar set of traits or characteristics. Similar set of traits or characteristics. Now this theory says that leaders possess similar set of traits or characteristics, means that all leaders, they are having some common characteristics, some common traits. This is how we are calling it trait theory. Trait theory says that the leaders are having a common set of characteristics or a common set of traits, that is called trait theory. I have given one example from your book. For example, all leaders have greater stamina and confidence. So this trait theory says that leaders are having a set of common characteristics. Among those set of common characteristics, I have written two characteristics over here or traits over here, stamina and confidence. All leaders are having a greater confidence. They are very bold. They are not afraid. They are having a great confidence level. At the same time, they are having greater stamina. Stamina means ability to work. Ability to work, or you are calling it in your own word, hausala. So greater stamina they are having. This is called trait theory. Now I have written this topic very short because I am going to explain another question, which is in every question wherever I am teaching this topic leadership, students are asking the question that, sir, what is the difference between leader and manager? Every student is asking this question. Sometimes I am telling them that there is no difference between leader and manager, because then they become very astonished. They are हैरान. Why? Because I am telling them that, let's suppose, I am giving you one example. You are taking a candle and you are saying that, sir, what is the difference between this candle and sun? So it cannot be compared. Same is the case with the manager and the leader. Manager cannot be compared with leader. Still I am going to explain some differences between leader and manager. Point number one, remember, be with me, focus. Characteristics number one. Point number one. For manager, it is necessary to have a job and work in organization to become a manager. Okay. For leader, it is not necessary to have a job. You see, religious, political and other leaders, they were not having any job, but still they were leaders because they were having the capability to influence the people. They were having the capabilities, they were having the innate capabilities, I-N-N-A-T-E, innate. Innate capabilities. Because of those innate capabilities, people were following him or her. So, for manager, job is must. For leader, job is not necessary. Leader is leader everywhere. Point number second. Leader is a risk taker. He is initiative. He is thinking out of box. While manager is having a specific job description and he is just only working according to that job description to complete specific task of the organization. While with the leader, there is no job description. He is always thinking something different, something out of box. That's why he is initiative, he is creative, he is innovative, he is thinking something new which other people cannot think. That's why he is having followers. Point number third. A leader is giving credit to the people for accomplishment. When he is completing a task or goal, he is telling the people that it is because of you. While a manager is always taking the credit of the others and showing himself. Next point. A leader, there is a phrase regarding leader. A leader knows the way, goes the way, and shows the way. Again, I am saying this. A leader knows the way, lare na khabar de, goes the way, and shows the way. Khpala ham paghe larizi, onuru taham khai. While manager is always sitting on the chair, whether he knows the way or not, whether he goes the way or not, whether he shows the way or not, he is just only giving the order. So it means that we cannot compare a manager with a leader. A manager, all managers cannot become leaders, but all leaders can become good managers. You see, some people are having charismatic capabilities. There is a word charisma. 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 Charisma is a Greek word. It means God gift. Dadi Khudawand, God gift. So these leaders are having charismatic characteristics, God gifted capabilities. While most of the people are also asking the question that can a normal person become a leader? Up to a certain extent he become a leader, but so far I am thinking these are God gifted capabilities. With the passage of time, with experience, with the knowledge, a person can become a leader, but if he is not internal leader, he is not having this charismatic capabilities, he will not be very much effective. Some people you see that they are having charismatic capabilities, innate capabilities, God gifted capabilities, and for them job is not needed, area is not needed. Wherever he is going, he will become a leader one day. So we will be discussing more topics, more theories regarding leadership. This was our today topic, introductory topic regarding leadership, so that you can learn these basic topics about leadership. Stay at your homes, be safe, be with me for the coming classes. Khuda Hafiz.